that will fit your budget and let all society know what you are doing for this Mother's Day. So, give our marketing office a call at 465-2621 so that we can help you let all of your valued and potential customers know what you will be doing for this Mother's Day.
Make Mother's Day sparkle with meaningful gifts from Pandora Jewelry. Celebrate your mom, grandma, friend, or sister with the perfect gift for everyone who loves like a mom. Shop Pandora Jewelry today.
Available at IC Jewelers Port Zante. Visit us or call 466-5853 for more details.
CIBC First Caribbean would like to reassure you that we continue to be open for business and thank our loyal clients and staff for staying by our side. Our increased commitment to innovation has made us the best digital bank in the Caribbean with our convenient and secure digital banking service. As we remain open in St. Kitts, know that we are backed by a strong and supportive regional and international network. We are CIBC First Caribbean, and we are here to stay.
Are you having sore throat, fever, coughing, headache, or runny nose? Take Cetamol Cold and Flu day or night. Ask your pharmacist for Cetamol Cold and Flu and get back to the happier you. The time by Cetamol Cold and Flu is
28 minutes moving up to the hour of 9 o'clock. You can find us on YouTube. Look for ZLIZ on YouTube and look for ZLIZ on Facebook if you would like to see the show. It should be on either one of those options or maybe even both.
Attention all drivers, I'm begging you to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, down. Hey. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. It's now time for our conversation this morning on the road with our good host, Sergeant Henry. Good morning to you, Sergeant.
Good morning, Dick, and how are you?
I'm doing great.
Thank God.
All right, so before we open the lines, let's hear from the traffic department. What are your concerns for this week, this month?
This weekend, we have the Labor Day pageantine show. Mm-hmm. And this will be hosted at Carnival City. Mm-hmm. Traffic will only be able to flow in one direction. And this direction is from north to south. Mm-hmm. No traffic will be permitted to flow from south to north. Okay. This is for the Labor Day, the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party Queen Pageant. And then on the Monday, we have the Labor Day March. And we have some restrictions in the area where the march will be started. Road closure, Wrigley Avenue and Boone Avenue. Wrigley Avenue, that's the one with Tony Berry. Boone Avenue is the one with the Thomas Comprehensive School. Those roads will be closed until after the climax of the march. So no vehicular traffic will be allowed on those two streets. Mm-hmm. No parking will be permitted on the western side, that's after the march has been climaxed. No vehicle will be permitted to park on the western side of Wrigley Avenue, that's on this side, the Dr. William Connor Primary School, to Infirmary Road. And also a portion on the western side from Cairn Street to Union Street. So that's on the opposite side of the school, from Cairn Street to the second small street, that is Union Street. Mm-hmm. So no parking will be permitted in that area. Traffic will only, when after the march climax, then we'll have traffic flowing on those two streets. But the traffic will only be able to flow from north to south on Wrigley Avenue. And on Boone Avenue, from south to north.
Okay. I got you.
Right.
I got you.
On Lockhart Street now, we know PAM headquarters will be having function also. Traffic will only be able to flow in one direction, and that is from north to south. So from by the Red Cross headquarters, no traffic will be permitted to come that way.
Foot traffic.
Vehicular traffic, not pedestrians. Because we know pedestrians also classify as traffic. Also on Infirmary Road, we should know the Infirmary Road. That's by the old Antioch Church. Traffic will only be able to flow in one direction. So all traffic will be heading from west to east. Nothing will be able to go from east to west on that road.
Okay.
Because people can park there and the road is very small. So we're trying to avoid congestions of traffic. And last week I spoke about traffic signs. And remember I said traffic signs are placed to help the flow of traffic. So when these signs are placed in these strategic places, no vehicular traffic should be allowed to park or to traverse on these streets. Failure to do so, it's an offense. And when these offenses committed, you can be ticketed or prosecuted. We can avoid the ticket and we can go straight before the magistrate. Because as we know, sometimes we are lawless. And when we are lawless, we deal with people who don't like to obey the rules. Yes, sometimes we give you chances. Yes, some of us have, we be lenient with some persons, but some persons just outright lawless and they don't care. So sometimes we take it straight before the magistrate court.
Okay. The lines are now open, 465-2555, that's 2555. And for those of you who are in the United States and Canada region who would like to participate in our conversation this morning, you can do so by calling 718, that's 718-577-2916. We are joined in the studio by Inspector. Good morning and welcome back. Good to see you. Any words from you before we take any calls? All right. So for those of you just tuning in, we are looking at traffic restrictions or protocols for this weekend coming up, for the Queen Show and also for the march on Monday as well. And we're also looking at traffic signs, obeying traffic signs, if any. Obeying traffic signs
when they are placed.
When they are placed. Anything you'd like to add before we open the lines, or any getting calls?
We also have the agriculture food fair, which will be from Thursday to Friday. And this is at Kim Collins Highway. Traffic restriction for parking will be on the western side of Kim Collins Highway. That's the sign. Sorry, that's this side with the prison farm, or I think it's Michael Burgers.
Yes.
Right. That side, no vehicular traffic or no vehicle will be allowed to park on that side. They will have parking on the other side for persons who want to visit the venue.
Let's take our first call. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, GQ. How are you?
I am doing great, thanks.
Oh, good morning, my artificer friend. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Holland. How are you?
I am good. I just called to say about the last caller last week. Let him know that the signs are there for a specific purpose. And to the tutors who teaching people to drive, the students must know the meaning of the signs. The signs with the red circle are prohibited signs. And students should know that. And that last caller last week, Wednesday, should know that they are prohibited signs. And one other thing, let us understand that the police officer in uniform has preeminence on the road in respect to what sign or what traffic signal is given. Failing to obey the police officer at that time is an arrestable offense. So as you mentioned all about lawless people, lawless drivers does not have any excuse to the law. The police there in uniform, he has preeminence at all times. My friend, you all have a good day.
Thank you, caller. You're so right. The traffic signs in red are prohibited sign. You might see one, a circle with a white line in it that says no entry. You're going to see the no right turn, as the caller called last week said we should have them in words. But once there's an arrow and the arrow is pointing on the left, it is no left turn. If the arrow is pointing on the right, it is no right turn. It's a circle with an X on it. So it's prohibited to go that way.
Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, good morning, Police GQ.
Hey, good morning, police culture without pay.
Yes, and good morning, my boss.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Culture.
Yes, I know you and GQ Young, you all may not familiar with this, but I could warn you, please. I don't know if this is in the Constitution, because there was a time I heard you mention that the activities on Labor Day by the Labour Party, and also PAM headquarters will be having the function. So I do not know if mentioning the word PAM is in the Constitution, because there was a radio announcer was sent home because that announcer used the word PAM headquarters. So I don't know if it's in the Constitution or it's still there. But thank God for whosoever moved that kind of law. So you can call it now. Thank you very much. That's all I got to say for today.
Okay, Culture, yes, I would just like to clear up what you said. The St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party said we'll be having the Queen pageant. And I said the Labor Day march will be on the Monday. I also said that PAM headquarters will be hosting an event at the headquarters. So that's why those streets will be restricted.
And also, you made the point that some of the citizens are lawless.
Yes,
not
they
all.
are lawless. Yes.
Some of them.
Yes.
And sometimes.
And when they are lawless, we have to deal with them according.
Of course. Of course. Inspector, anything from you? Good seeing you back. Welcome to the studio. I don't think the listeners know that you're here. They make a reference to me and Sergeant all the time. Maybe those who are watching, well, not maybe, those who are watching know that you're here. But let the public hear your voice, even just by saying hello.
Good morning to everyone out there.
All right, there you go. And, of course, we are taking your calls right now, 465-2555. That's 2555. And once again, for those of you in the United States and Canada diaspora, you can give us a call at 718-577-2916. That's 718-577-2916. You also made mention of the Agriculture Day.
Yes, which will be tomorrow, Thursday, the 28th, and the 27th and the 28th. And this will be held at the Kim Collins Highway.
All right, great. And then
no parking will be on the western side of that street.
Okay.
We will be placing our cones, and anybody who park between the cones, the vehicle will be towed.
Good morning, you're live.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Chukai.
You and the officer there. You know, I actually listened this morning. Well, I've been listening all the time. To hear when the inspector is there, the good thing you say, people don't know that she's there. Now, let me say this clear. Inspector, my name is Finrick DeCosta. 2011, I own a scooter bike. I drive across Kean Street, just by the junction of our going down the lane, by Avalanche. Just on the junction of where club building is. You stopped me there because I had on a passenger without a helmet. I asked the passenger to come out and walk down the lane. You actually drive down the lane, come talk to me again, and telling me if you catch me, how you're going to deal with me hard. I never forget that. No, suppose when you drive down the lane, not by me doing, something had come to the windscreen and you in your face. You don't talk to me anymore. You still come down and talk to me again. And that's all I want to say. And never forget it.
I hope that's not a threat you're implying. I don't know to answer to that one. Inspector, you want to say anything, or you want me to just move on to the next call?
Move on to the next caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a foreigner in Pinafore.
Say it again.
Yeah, good morning. This is Anthony Chaps Rollins.
Yes, good morning, chaps.
You know, I always speak about persons with disabilities. I'm glad the inspector is there today. Maybe she could give me some more clarification. Now, yesterday, which was Tuesday, I was trying to go to National Bank. There is no parking at all in that area. I cannot park down the bottom of 4th Street and walk it up there. I cannot park up the top of 4th Street and walk it down to National Bank. Not only that, every time I go in those parking areas, there is somebody who is able-bodied and they're parking those spots. But nothing is being done about it. Can we please respect persons who are differently abled and think it by you, officer, doing something about it? Madam Inspector, please, we need the cooperation with the police and we need the cooperation with the whole of society. Please do something about it and put some parking spaces other places in town for us. If you're not going to put parking spaces, then give me something to hang in my vehicle to several, then I have a disability. So I'm allowed to park there for a couple of minutes and then go. But you're doing nothing about it, and it's very frustrating for persons like me who have disability and I have to be traversing the roads of Bastille. Not only that, we say that we are a tourist-oriented country. Now, tourists in America people in America, they do not live like this. They treat the persons who are differently able very respectfully. But in St. Kitts, we do not do that. I'm just appealing. I'm begging. I'm reaching out. Please do something to help us who are differently able in St. Kitts. Thank you very much. You'll hear from me next time. Thank you.
Good morning, caller. Things are in place where we're going to put more disabled parking slots. And also, nothing is wrong if you want to go to the National Bank and you drive across. We don't expect you to stay in the middle of the road. You could exit and go into the bank itself and then find a proper parking spot. At least the other drivers would recognize that someone disabled or someone have some sort of limb problem. So they would accede and give you that courtesy for you to enter the bank.
All right. Good morning. You're live.
GQ, I'm back. I didn't finish. The main thing I was to say, look at these hundreds of people today, maybe thousands of people, up and down riding bike without helmet. Look at them. Nothing being done. Both rider and passenger. Imagine that. And 11 years ago, a woman who cut me short. Okay.
Okay. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning, GQ.
Good morning.
And I never home to hear you yesterday, but somebody tell me. So I'm letting you to know. And to now I don't get nothing fixed. Neither the water, nobody come out the post. They call me twice for the post, but nobody come. And nobody assisting me with this water where disturbing me here. The water smells bad. So it's water coming from one neighbor to me yard, and nobody doing nothing about it.
Well, here's a number for you to call. 465-8000.
465-8000?
That's correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I do hope you get that sorted out. It's months now you've been coming on the radio making reference to that issue. And months now, or callers in particular, have been, agitating about motorcyclists and helmets. From your end, how do you see it? The public is seeing it differently, obviously.
Okay. When it comes to motorcycles, it is very difficult to get things done with them. As last week when the deputy was here, deputy commissioner, he spoke of it. Sometimes they're trying to stop a cyclist and they're not going to stop. Yes, they're small so they can maneuver anywhere and any place. And it's not for us to run down a cyclist because we don't know what will happen, the end of it. So when we get them or when they're being caught, things are done. Yes, persons who ride without headgears are ticketed. Up to Friday night they had operation and persons were ticketed for not wearing headgear. So you might see different to what we are seeing, but persons are being ticketed, and also when they're ticketed and not being paid, they are before the magistrate court.
Okay. Let's back to the phone line. Good morning. You're live.
Yes, my superior there. Let me tell you something. Any kind of motor vehicle is on the government road and police need to stop them, and you put up a sign to show them that I'm stopping you, and they decide to board the stop and go, you have all rights and liberty to run after them. If they want to run across a train passing and put up on the engine gate, it is not your fault. If they obey the law, they would not have to end up on the train gate. They're supposed to stop whenever police stop them, because police are there to enforce the law. And if they run from you coming up 4th Street, you will catch them over the other street, Church Street or some other street. But don't give up, because when they run, when they disobey the police sign and they go, they continue and they tell you, say, me studying them, man, them they can't hold me. Go after them. If they want to run over a cliff, that's your business. You shove them over there. So don't care about them if they put up their head on an engine gate. They're supposed to stop. Thank you very much, man. They're disrespecting police and everything. Put them in a place. In America, I'm going to talk about America. We don't have no helicopter here. But when people disobey the traffic laws and they're running, helicopter overhead running them down and showing the police where they're gone. Whether they put up an 18-wheeler or whatever it is, that's their fault. They know definitely if they run the red lights, they expose their life to be lost. So don't give up. And don't make no kind of excuse with them, Mash them up. Because they don't respect police. You're going to tell me in the heart of Tongue 4th Street, they're coming up with with alien on it, they ain't got no helmet, and got wheel up in the air too. That means foolishness. Anyway, thanks for listening again.
Thank you, Carlo. Yes?
Go ahead, Inspector.
Carlo, what we must first understand is that, as the inspector said, a motorcycle or pedal bike, they are one of the smallest vehicle on the road. And when you're trying to stop them, they could go down any alley, any little, those sideways. But there is more to it too, because we must see them again, and we could also report them. So long as we have the time and date of the offense and the registration number, and of course if they don't have on any helmet, we'll be able to see their face clearly. So there's no need at times to follow a motorbike. You could also report them after for the offense.
You were going to say something, Sergeant?
The same thing that the inspector.
Okay. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, Mr. Liebert, Inspector Fitz, and Sergeant Henry. Good morning to you all.
Good morning, Carlo.
It is evident that a lot of things people have called and speak about, they have spoken about them over and over again, speaking like in present continuous tense, which means I'm talking about something today that happened yesterday, last week, and continually happening, and nothing is being done. Inspector, this is directly to you. But first of all, I must say, I do feel sad that I didn't call in last week or didn't listen when the deputy was on the air in that radio station, which you are. And you all know, we are the ones who will see and say things and ask a question and make reports. But all you can always depend on us, because we can't do it enough. I must use the word enough, I emphasize. When you are going to install traffic light cameras, when? Is it because you all don't want to do it? Listening is to learn. What is it? I believe the police force in every department are well versed, and of course they'll have to be subjected to look at monitors, which of course are computerized of these red light cameras function. When you all are going to install these red light cameras, onto these traffic lights when the question is, Inspector, I would very well like if you could respond, and if so, let the general public know that you all are making an effort, not will, making an effort to install red light cameras on these traffic lights. You all have a good day, and thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Okay, caller, like everything else, cameras have a cost to it, and we can't just go and buy just like that and install just like that. There's certain procedure that you have to follow, and I could have a conversation with the appropriate authority, and we'll see how fast we could get to that stage.
All right. Good morning. You're live.
Yes. Good morning, Madam Officer there and Mr. GQ.
Yes. Good morning.
Now, I know that in St. Kitts and Nevis, we are small, poor islands, so to speak. Although they say we are one of the richest in the region. I heard a program the other day with that. And anyway, now, in reference to a comment a caller made previously, the layout of our traffic system is not like that of the U.S. The U.S. and also the U.S. has untold resources that we would never get. And when you imagine in the United States you have about sometimes up to 8 lanes traveling the same direction, same highway. But so when people travel in that, they go in the same way, and the highways could go at them and supported by many different means, technology and so, the helicopters, etc. We don't have that. And if we try to get them to, you have to spend a lot of money when we don't have, and we never get it. That's one. Number two, but I don't really believe in doing the high tier in St. Kitts and Nevis. We just not laid out for that. Because in a matter of, if we're doing that, innocent people, bystanders, etc., might get hurt. That's something when I got the high chase thing them in the US, sometimes one of them ram into some innocent person too, whether police or the culprit.
But sir, didn't we had an incident where we had a chase and the motorcyclist lost his life?
Yeah, but that I want to go into that. I know some things about that. It's unfortunate things. A lot of people like to report the negative more than the actual thing, the common sense about it. But I'm not supporting it. You didn't hear me out. I am not supporting no high chase in St. Kitts and Nevis. Why? Let me get that fundamentally clear. And I tell you something about the United States, the physical layout, etc., and the resources that they could do a lot of things where we were never able to do. But I want to ask Miss Sophia. Sophia.
Sergeant Henry.
Mrs. Henry. No, her husband is a good friend of mine, so I'll give her a lot of courtesy and all that.
Okay.
Now, I want to ask you, when you come in, when you're exiting Port Zante and the western side, when you come out, you're supposed to just turn left, ain't it?
Yes, caller.
But yesterday, I was walking up the road there, and I see a big looking vehicle come out, and come across the road and turn right and went. So now you see, when you talk about the cameras, I think a lot of this, as I said last week before, I told you that I saw a car overtake a vehicle in front of it, right in the top there by the treasury, the old treasury, the museum. Pull out and pass and gone at the car confusion. So I wonder if these people are getting something, they just, these kind of, you got to say the people in this world, they just don't care. They only could see themselves. Some of them they can't even see themselves. But then they're going to be menace to people. So, you see, in support of the camera, that is needed. And then set up the room where you can monitor. And then send them the ticket in the mail. And you can get details of the video and all of that. So, that is needed. Because I see car boat coming here twice, I believe, for the month. Anyway. You all have a good day. You are going to tell the task ahead to tell you that. Yeah, but try your best still. All right, have a good day.
All right, bye.
Thank you, caller, for your suggestion and your concern.
It's 9 o'clock right now. I'm going to make that our final call for this morning. We have our 9 o'clock report coming up next, which is sponsored by The Grange. I want to thank The Grange for being a part of our programming, too. So I'll leave the last words to both of you, and we'll call it that for today, and next week we'll be back. Sergeant Henry?
Road signs are there to serve as a warning to all road users to ensure that they are safe from potential driving hazard and situation. Every person driving or propelling any vehicle shall conform to the indication given by any traffic signs. Remember, they are function this weekend, and we're having tomorrow and Friday. Please conform to the signs that will be placed on each road. Thank you.
Inspector?
I would just repeat on some of the roads that will be affected for Monday. And so we'll have Wrigley Avenue and Boone Street that will be made a one-way until the activity at the Patsy Allers playing field climaxes. Also, we want to ask persons who are living on Central Street, that is the whole portion from five ways all the way down to 4th Street, could you kindly find alternate parking so that the flow of the match could flow properly, and it's also for your safety, for your vehicle. And this goes to persons also who are living on George Street. It's only for a time, and after that time you can park your vehicle back. We're just asking you just for a couple minutes until the match is over.
All right, thank you so much for being here once again, Inspector and Sergeant, and do have a good morning, and we'll be in touch again next week.
Thank you, GQ.
All right, bye. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Our 9 o'clock report is up next.
Attention all drivers.